Hey, good looking.
It doesn't
Pack your
make
bags.
sense.
You're going
this
to
ascendant
Amenos.
order is tearing the island apart, looking for something they think washed ashore.
Well, I hope they find it and go back to the mainland.
Lady Arabelle only gave me a quick rundown before she sent me. But whatever you brought back from the Ascendant Order sites has her raring to go. I always wanted to save a royal, and not die in the process. Doesn't she always? I assume it involves some crazy scheme to get you onto the prison island of Amenos to look for High King Emmerich, Queen Irene, and Prince Just the usual. She wants you back at Mandrake Manor so she can give you all the details. She tends to keep things to herself, even after all this time. I'd be insulted that she doesn't trust me, but I know I can't actually be trusted.
What do you want?
Friend, Lady Arabelle is waiting for you upstairs.
Welcome back, my dear. We have a lot to discuss, and time is of the essence. I hoped that by investigating the Ascendant Order, we'd uncover a clue as to how to find the missing Alliance leaders. Now we have it on good authority that they may be on Amenos. From the cookpot, it's just a saying, dear. As you're still on retainer, I'd like you to spearhead our rescue efforts. Jakan will go with you to the island, then you'll split up to search for the royals. It's risky, but there's a lot of... Aboard a prison ship. They sail for Amenos regularly from the Dufort docks. We'll be contracting the services of a Captain Basrush. She's a dear friend. Jakan and I will meet you there after I finish briefing Captain Colleen and the other. While you head to the Dufort docks, I'll discuss our plan with the Alliance captains. We'll need them for this to succeed. Captain Basrush will get you to the island safely. I know for a fact she can't refuse. Captains Colleen, Suzo, and Zaji have been procuring ships just for that purpose. The waters around Amenos are treacherous, but I have... For the same reason you're traveling by prison ship, so as not to alarm House Menard. We still don't know the extent of their involvement, or if they're making their own play against Emmerich and the others. Anything else, dear, or can...
Wait, what? The prison island? Shouldn't I get a say in this?
Oh, I know you can't stand to be left out of the action. Think of the stories you can tell of your daring escape.
Well, that's true.
Here we go.
Sorry, Lady Arabelle, I couldn't find any of the volumes on your list at my last port.
No time for books today, my darling. My friend has a favor to ask, so play nicely.
Good health to you, Wayfarer. I'm the captain of the Shackled Guar. Now tell me, what grand adventure has Lady Arabelle drafted you into, and what does it have to do with me? Talk fast. Oh? And I suppose she's offering her usual pouch of gold and the promise of an evening's company at her manor? Ha! If that's your port of call, who am I to argue? Just know the dangers before you step aboard my ship. If they process you in the stockade, you'll never leave Amenos alive. If you head into the jungle, beware the beasts and the gangs of banished. The gangs of prisoners who band together to survive in the jungle. They're all bad, but the green serpents are the worst. Here, for you and the pretty boy. Disguises. Put them on and try to look appropriately forlorn as you go aboard my ship. You need disguises because you want to travel aboard a prison ship, and because you want to avoid notice when we reach Amenos. So, disguises. You know the lady. She picks up strays wherever she goes. Helps with her work, and she enjoys the company. The first time we met, she was supposed to arrest me for smuggling. Instead, she turned me into an operative, and we broke a much larger ring. Oh, the lady has her ways. And I could never say no to a pouch full of gold and a pretty face. Say, your face is pretty. Maybe if you survive and make it off Amenos, you can call on me. The shackled guar is just down the pier. Move, you dirty prisoners.
You get them there, you old sea dog, and I'll get them out.
I'll do my job, Arabelle. And remember, I like pomegranate wine with my salted mutton.
Inside, prisoner! Move!
For a glorious sunflower bouquet for my partners.
This fire is for trustees. Anyone else becomes kindling.
Psst. Over here. Like my new outfit? What better way to search Ameno Station than disguised as a jailer, huh? I'll see what I can learn about our missing royals here in the stockade and around town. Before I engaged in 2 of my 3 favorite activities, eavesdropping and thievery, I heard the jailers talking about a bounty placed by the Green Serpent's prison gang. They're offering... What else could it be? Do you know of any other noble-born people who were lost at sea in the area? So head north and go through the big gate. First, find the leaders. If you can't do that, find the serpents. One of them is bound to know something. I hear they have a camp northeast of the jungle gate. And try not to let anything in the scary jungle kill you. Just head north, go through the gate, and head north some more. I hear there's a green serpent camp out that way. Ooh, that's hurtful. And here I thought we were friends. But let me think. Oh, there's a coin fort on the far side of the island. Steer clear of that. I haven't seen any signs of the Order here on Amenos. Yet. But there must be a connection, right? And I'll start digging around out here. Oh, and if you were wondering, I'll hop a ship back to High Isle when I'm finished. Easy enough out here in Amenos. After you secure the royals, find a clear beach and fire that flare.
You think the serpents were telling the truth? Freedom, if we find the lost nobles?
You know the Kaishiti's saying. If it sounds too good, it probably is.
I don't care what you say. I'm heading into the jungle.
Don't be stupid, Rasa. You're safer here in the stockade.
I am a good hunter. Freedom or death?
Look at here. New meat. You've got big ears, new meat. But if you must know, word around this stockade is that the Green Serpents are offering a way off this rock. Something about friends in high places. What gave it away? The fact that no one gets off this rock? Or that the serpents have friends in high places?
Are you a political prisoner, a war criminal, or a murderer? Oh,
Through this gate lies the jungle of Amenos. Your home for the rest of your miserable lives.
You. Please! I'm innocent, I tell you! Don't send me into the jungle!
Too late for that. You've all been processed. If we don't banish you into the jungle, you'll die.
Right. Certain death out here. At least a slight chance to survive in the jungle. That's the fate of the banished. This one knows she can never leave the jungle. But sometimes, slipping through that gate is so tempting. Stay back! This one was just looking at the gate and regretting the choices that led her to this fate. This one cannot do that. This one was processed, so she cannot live anywhere but within this dog-infested jungle. You are prisoners and do not know this. No, no lie. This one saw it with her own eyes. Poor Humdo did just that. Turned to dust.
Another find for your pack.
You failed again, Lasham. It's not my fault! They're dangerous, powerful! I'm dangerous too, Red. Hush! Kill! Triple the guard on the captured royal, and find the others. I promised all three to the Ascendant Magus, and I won't
You're better than this, my friend. Oh, nice. What did you find?
Maybe I should have waited for an escort at Amenos station with Mother.
That was it, right? Sometimes it's hard to tell. That could be helpful.
Maybe I should have waited for an escort at Amenos station with Mother.
Another fight? Well, if you... Oh. Careful, Walker. All that swimming and fighting has made me hungry, and you look pretty tasty, I must say. You know Zaji? And he's alive? That's good to hear. Now I can kill him for getting us wrecked as soon as I see him. When the storm hit, it was all I could do to hang on to some wreckage and make it to this beach. We're on Amenos, right? The Alliance leaders, right. I keep meaning to try to find Queen Irene, but every time I get started, more of those prison mongrels rush out of the jungle and attack me. I love a good fight as much as the next sailor, but I'm exhausted. Sure, 2 noses are better than 1. If we can pick up Queen Irene's scent, I can track her. Let's look around. If I catch a familiar scent, I can follow it. Peace conference! Is that what this is all about? Zaji received orders from the crown. I guess we were conscripted. Once I learned that our passenger was Queen Irene, I was dumbfounded that she chose... Let's stay on track. The scent doesn't lead that way. Let me take a sniff. Ah. Someone used this shelter recently. Their scent is fresh. Familiar. This way. What have we got here? The remains of a fire. There are tracks here. This way. Give me a moment. There was a fight here. What's that? On the ground. That medallion has the Queen's scent all over it. There! I have her trail. Follow me. The Queen is in danger.
Even your friend shouldn't be wandering about.
Guard up! Get moving!
Fair day and Oriel's blessing to you. I am Irene Arana Aldmeri, Queen of the Aldmeri Dominion. You have my apologies, friend of Casca. I'm a stink worse than a 3-day dead Gua right now. Ah, Lady Arabelle. I knew she wouldn't leave us to rot in this jungle. But she only sent you. Not an army or a chivalry of knights. No matter. I welcome the company. Trouncing these green serpent bastards is amusing, but I'm still... Ah, yes. We were together for a time, but we argued and he rushed off in a huff. I believe I know where to find him after we make some preparations for our rescue. You can signal a ship, but I can help calm the storm that... Never heard about my time with the Sea Elf pirates? They taught me some weather magic. Could you get what I need for the ritual? A claw from a volcanic beast, a feather, and the bones of a drowned sailor. Sadly, these be... Gather the claw, a feather, and the bones, and I'll make sure the rescue ship can reach the shore safely. While you're gone, I want to take a look at Casca's wounds. She won't admit it, but I can see that she's hurt pretty badly. I am. I founded our alliance right after I accepted my dead father's crown. Anything else you want to know? We are still lost. Casca,
The stories I've heard about Queen Irene are incredible. I wonder if even half of them are true. Good quality there. Looking forward to seeing what you make with that.
Casca will be all right. And you have the items? Well done. While portals to and from Amenos are prohibited, I can teleport within the confines of the island. It just takes more effort. Interesting. Thank you for procuring these items. With them, I can clear the storm when we're ready to depart. Oh, very well, if you insist. You may not believe this, but Emmerich and I do not always see eye to eye. Here, I'll mark your map. It was just north of here. I wonder how excited you'll be when the eagle and the lion are back together again. We tend to argue. A lot. Have no fear, I'll be along shortly. I just need to... Never mind, it's complicated. Magica. I'll be fine, I just need a moment. Sea elf magics are always so particular. This little beauty will help us immensely, you'll see. This is the spot, but no Emmerich. That man is infuriating. This complicates the situation. Let's talk. Emmerich isn't here, but he left behind a number of green serpents. For a man of his advanced years, he can still swing a powerful sword. Emmerich is nothing if not reliable. Look at the way the dead serpents are laid out. Isn't it obvious? I'll be along shortly. The poultices should have done their job by now, so I want to go back and retrieve Casca. We will want her strength at our side before this is over, and she needs to be nearby when you signal for the rescue ship. Don't worry about me.
You there! I'm begging you. There was a shipwreck. The others need help. You there! I'm begging. Our ship was attacked. By coral, I think. It just grew out of the waves and... I don't know what happened to the other sentry, Veslin, or the sea elf prisoners we were transporting. I woke up alone on the beach.
Привет, привет.
The sailors and other jailers call that place the Coral Cliffs. I won't survive the trip inside, but you're an adventurer. You're my only hope of getting the survivors out. Another House Menard ship expects us. Our prisoner exchange is overdue. I counted the footprints. Enough for each of the prisoners and Veslin. She's with them, mark my words. I just hope they're all right. Get Veslin and those ne'er-do-wells out of the Coral Cliffs. The Coral Cliffs aren't an area...
Stay back. You're not one of those slimy druids. Who are you? I've got to get out of here. Why didn't I just drown in that shipwreck? They turned them into coral. Sunagil. Those Eldertide bastards turned him into this glow. Then they fed the glow to the coral. They said that the archipelago belongs to nature. That they were carving a balance between the natural world and greedy mortals. They brought us through the caves and up... Veslin. She was whole when I escaped. I offered to help her, but she wouldn't leave the others and I had to run. I had to. I can't do anything. Not against the Eldertide. The Eldertide sacrificed my shipmates to it. Those druids need to suffer. The coral is inside the caves, just down that hill. Make them pay. I'll give up piracy if you do as I ask. Right now. But... all right. If knowing more about them... they're the ones who should be locked up in the Amenos stockade. They're not even supposed to be here. They corrupt nature. Even their magic. Does there have to be a reason? Elder-Tide druids can corrupt other sea creatures too. Urchins, sea stars. They changed the coral into something unnatural. It stinks of druid magic and blood. It'll look different. Anyone still alive will be in the cages above. Destroy the coral. Make those druids pay.
Be proud of that.
Так нормально вроде. Микаса маловат. Новые квесты, новые мобы. Ну, не все новые.
Poor thing.
Вот нового спутника. Включаю.
Proud of that.
Я одни играем.
just volunteered to be our sacrifice.
Какой-то фрагмент выпал. Для карт.
How can I help?
Ник еще голый.
More of you vile serpents to fight. Good. I'm just getting started.
Over here, quickly. I don't know when they'll be back. Thank the eight you're not one of those druids. Hurry, get us out of here. The druids, they're using us to feed their coral. Screams. I don't want any more of us to suffer that. Sergeant Brusick survived the wreck. The sea elves said he was as good as dead. They regretted leaving him there as soon as those druids locked us all up. The sergeant and I take care of our prisoners. That would be Kairiznia. She offered to pick the lock on this cage, but I couldn't leave these two. Seeing the druids when they killed Suni Gil and the others, it broke their... It's my job to guard the prisoners. I failed so many of them already. I'll not fail these two. Either pick yourselves off the ground or let me carry you. We're getting out of here. Sergeant Brusick's waiting.
You don't appear to be one of these green serpent ruffians. Since you're the first person I've encountered in this damn jungle who isn't trying to kill me, let's assume we're going to be friends. I'm Lady Arabelle, you say? How is the dear woman? She and I have shared quite a few close calls over the years. But she only sent you? I assumed I merited at least a dozen nights or so. Ah, well, I assume you have a way to get us... Ah, you've seen Irene. And she's still alive? Good. Do you know, I was looking for young Ernskar when these serpents rushed out and tried to toss me in that cage. I showed them. But I think I half expected to find our young Nord prince sitting atop a pile of dead serpents, but no such luck. Let's take a look. Come to think of it, I also heard these serpents mention it.
You
Look
taught
around.
the High King Emmerich so
Ernskar was
easily.
here before
Have you
they
ever
moved
read some
in.
of his
I'm
writing?
sure of it.
He's actually a very talented author.
Fights like a giant. That sounds like the Scald King's axe. Let's find Queen Irene, shall we? All that dead lout had was this bottle of wine. Ugh, sour. Is there no joy on this damned island? Yeah, if I were to break an ankle making this jump, Queen Maria would kill me. I'll go around and meet you outside.
That could be helpful.
Veslin told me what happened. Is it true that a few of those druids were enough to cause our shipwreck? All those lives lost at sea. How much harm can they do? How many more? Oh, it does my aches good to hear that. We'll let House Mornard know what happened here. Spare others some pain. If Veslin says you convinced at least one of them, House Mornard will hear about what happened here. The good and bad both. Druids turning the living into coral fodder. While you were helping my prisoners, I got my bearings out here. We're not that far from Broke Rock Mine. Like I said, it's not too far. I've recovered my strength. Veslin is none the worse for wear. What happened here was out...
Good to see you still well, Emmerich.
And you, Irene. Nice, cat. I say, friend, let's chat. I washed up alone, and now I'm surrounded by allies. At least, allies for the nonce. It's funny how fate can change in a moment, eh? Let's talk about the things we... What does a High King do? Everything and nothing, or so it seems some days. I lead the Daggerfall Covenant, I rule over High Rock, and I attend meetings. So many meetings. Any other questions before more of these serpents show up? Over my strenuous objections, honestly. I was Earl of Cumberland. Before King Gardner died, he dropped dead of the Nahartan flu, and suddenly I was crowned king. That's a good question. Yoren the Scald King was invited, of course, but the official response we got out of Mournhold was not for me. I have heard that Ernskar is something of a royal pain in the arse. But aren't we all, to some extent?
It fills my...
I washed up alone, and now... Right. Mentions taking their captive noble to the coin fort. That has to be Prince Ernskar. Amenos used to be a stronghold for high rock slave traders, but that was many years ago. There's a crumbling old ruin. A long time ago, yes. Not something the Covenant sanctions today. But you're missing the pertinent point. The Green Serpent gang is using the old coin fort as a hideout, and they're holding Prince Ernskar there. We did indeed. There are songs sung about that weapon. Literally. Yoren performed one of them the last time we shared company. We must return it to the prince when we find him. Anyway, don't worry about me. I'll meet you at the coin fort. To the coin fort. Shall we journey there together, Irene?
Casca will run ahead and clear the path. I'll make my own way there. I'll see you at the fort. Do try to keep pace with Casca, Emmerich. She'll keep you safe.
And she's gone. Again. Don't worry about me. I'll just take the long way around. I could use a nice walk.
Here we go.
Nice. What did you find?
Truth be told, this is one of the most relaxing diplomatic missions I've had in quite some time.
Walker, we need to talk. Bright moons shine upon us, Walker. Before you arrived, I did some sniffing. A scent like the one that lingers on that axe you found. It's inside the Coin Lord's old fort. Queen Irene suggests subterfuge. They seek the nobles. Let's give them one. In a word, yes. Pretend Emmerich is your prisoner. Escort him to the front gate and wait for them to let you in. Meanwhile, the Queen and I will await your signal.
The High King most definitely, agrees. Lead on, my foul captor.
Come, Casca. Let's see how much trouble we can get into.
If you insist.
They captured one of the nobles. You, bring that prisoner inside at once. Sentry, unlock the gate.
I'll draw the serpents out. Be ready.
Hands off, you bastard!
That's one of the nobles Dishchi wants.
High King
Unlock the gate!
is
Grab
no
him!
one's prisoner!
Steady, my friend.
Attack!
You're still standing. Be proud of that.
Casca and I cause a distraction. Go find Prince Ensgal.
No guts, no glory!
The Ascendant Order won't make good on their promise if he's dead, Netchbret.
I assume this is a rescue? The King's Arrow? Is that really you, my friend? Where you fly, victory is sure to follow. But what are you doing here? So all 3 Alliance delegates still live. Good. As soon as I came ashore, I was set upon by the Serpents. I made the bastards pay. But even the son of Uren, the Skull King, can't fight an entire prison gang on his own. Sungir, axe of the Skull King. Ah, it feels good to cradle you in my arms again, you powerful blade. But we can't go yet. And we will, after we deal with the Ascendant Order leaders. Emmerich would agree. With Sungir once more in hand, I feel better already. Let's find this Ascendant Lord and his magus. I want to show them what it means to attack a Nord warrior. Someone was going to ask that eventually. Publicly, Uren wants me to step up. The Pact is a sprawling alliance facing threats from all sides. Privately, the old goat is someone warming his bed at night, and refuses to stray too far from home. She's a lovely Riften lass.
Brunhilde.
Brunhilde. My father's never been happier. He was only too eager to let me travel. Hope is for poets, like my father. I am a warrior. One does not shy from battle at the first sign. Curious about the Prince of Windhelm, are you? Ah, it feels good to be armed again. I've missed you so, dear.
I'll get Iran and Casca. We'll wait for your signal.
Let's listen in.
We will have your missing nobles by day's end, my lord.
See that you do. Magus, summon the Order. We meet on High Isle on the morrow.
Just get down there!
My liege, we must go.
I'm with you, my friend.
To escape.
Go on. Find a way outside so you can signal the ship. I need a moment. Guess I'm not as recovered as I thought. I can see the ocean. That's a good place to use your signal. Shore's bold. Let's see that land all the way back in Windhelm. Let's get to the dock.
Hold them at bay. The elf rituals are fickle things, but I shall quiet the storm.
Green serpent!
Focus your mind. Stay with me.
No ship can reach us through this storm.
Patience, lad. Iren is working on that.
Waves and storms. Heed my call and still your fury.
It's working!
I don't believe it. She actually did it.
Onto the ship, quickly.
We got them all, even Casca! Friend, give the word and Zaji will have you back at Mandrake Manor before you know it.
The Ascended Magus and his lord are cowards. Neither would stand and fight. They call themselves knights? Hardly. At least we heard their plans. A meeting, of course. But you must tell her what I'd learned while I was a captive. The Ascended Order is behind all this. Truly? Well, you did not know that they were planning a big meeting on High Isle until we heard the Ascended Lord say it, so that's something. And did you know the Lord planned? As sure as we made it onto this ship alive, they want to make a show of it.
As depressing as it sounds, that's the most fun I've had in months. To be honest, I wasn't sure.
You know, Queen Iren seems like the kind of person I'd like to get an ale with.
Zaji's ship was closest when the signal flare ignited. Do you like it? I call it the perfect pounce.
Ah, nice to be back in the city. Lady Arabelle wants you back at Mandrake Manor, friend. I'll see you there.
Walker, Lady Arabelle wants to see you in the courtyard out back.
Well, here comes our hero now. Well done, my dear.
Excellent. Who wants a
Good
drink?
work finding the Alliance leaders and getting them off Amenos safely. I'm quite proud of you, my dear. Lord Vaccaro and I will spirit them to a more secure location shortly. Then we can... So Prince Ernskar told me. We'll get to that. First, you need to rest, and I need to make sure our royal guests remain safe. Thanks to you, the royals have finally reached High Isle. While the Ascendant Order has lost their prizes, they remain a threat. Once the Ascendant Lord and his magus learn the Alliance leaders are here, they will stop at nothing to reach them. Lord Bakara and I have a secure place. They'll be safe enough there. So far, we've been on the defensive, reacting to events. And I think I know how to determine where this assemblage will take place. While you were away, I received reports of Ascendant Order activity at Mistmouth Cave. I propose Mistmouth Cave lies on the northern coast of High Isle. It's a favorite of outlaws. I know the feeling.
Why must we sit on our hands? The Dominion can crush the Ascendant Order with one fell blow.
I will not allow the Dominion to land warriors on Breton shores. The Daggerfall Covenant will handle this matter.
Summon your fleets and I will leave. The Ebonheart Pact will not negotiate under threat of attack.
Patience, please. This is a delicate situation. Let us handle this. Now go with Jakan. He'll see you to a safer...
There. I recharged the medallions. They can be returned to the delegates.
What a strange magic.
Looking forward to seeing what you make with that. Let's go.
Feel how the ground shook. Look at it. I don't like the looks of that volcano. As if we didn't have enough trouble already. Could this be related to what Valencia and you discovered at the Druidic Circle? Could the Ascendant... That's true. The ground rumbled when he summoned a storm at the castle. And the volcanic vents became active after he conjured the storm that wrecked the Alliance ships. There was no storm this... Absolutely nothing, dear. But Mount Firesong hasn't erupted in centuries. The Druids maintain its slumber. Let's hope they can keep it calm until we stop the Magus from drawing more power. In the meantime, let's look at anything that points us to the Order's upcoming meeting. If the Ascendant Magus sent out a summons, someone here should know about it. And keep watch for anything else of importance. You never know what clue will be the one to solve the mystery. Mount Firesong is the volcano that rises above the island of Ifilon. You can see it in the distance. It's always been restless, and its vents and hot springs stretch throughout the archipelago. The Stone Lord Druids administer to the vents here on High Isle, but the Firesong Circle controls Ifilon. Outsiders aren't welcome there, and I've never seen one of their druids. Head inside. I'm right behind you. Volkesh? Be careful. They're drawn to volcanic activity. Dead Ascendant Order Knights? They must have fallen to the lava creatures. A map of Castle Navarre. The Order attacked there already, but this map shows a river where there shouldn't be one. This cave is crawling with Ascendant Order Knights and Volkesh. We should be careful. The Magus must have come here to continue his experiments. He plans to use this power in their next attack. We need to determine the target.
No pleasure in killing, but I'm glad we're alive and they're not. Assistance. Get out of there! A summons to a council of the Ascendant Order. This is what we've been looking for. So let's review what we found. First, there was a map of Castle Navarre that showed a river that doesn't exist. At least it's not on the surface. If it depicts an underground river, it could also indicate a hidden passage beneath the castle. Let me see that again. Yes. The Ascendant Magus thinks he can draw on the volcano to lend power to his spells. The next target there, below the sleeping knights. What could that mean? Statues or bodies? I suspect we're looking for catacombs again, like the ones we found. I assume that the poor departed Banneret Janine succumbed either to the heat and fumes in these caves, or to the Volkesh that congregate near the lava pools. But their misfortune is our good luck. Of course, it becomes quite clear when you put all the pieces together. The Jeforts have interred their dead in the vaults beneath their castle for centuries.
Good quality there.
There! Over here!
Very subtle, Lady A.
Jakan and I have been watching the entrance. There are definitely people going into the dungeons and not coming out. They must be throwing quite a party down there. No sign. By using the summons we found in Mistmouth Cave, naturally. Take Jakan with you and present the note if anyone tries to stop you. Once inside, confront the Ascended Magus and disrupt whatever... Oh, take them down with as much violence as possible. That goes without saying. But try not to take on the entire order by yourselves. Good help is hard to find. If you can expose the Lord or Magus's identities, that might be enough to defeat... Who does under the armor and hoods? I threw together some Ascendant Order outfits for the two of you. All... Ooh, they fit perfectly. Now get in there and find out what the Ascendant Magus is up to.
You couldn't find something a little more flattering?
The idea is to blend in, Jakan. You both look positively menacing.
Lady Arabelle was right. This looks like the place. Probably behind that door.
New recruits must wait outside. The Magus will address you later.
That's not fair! We want to attend the main meeting!
Stop right there. Only full members of the Order are allowed to attend the meeting. New recruits must wait out here until the Magus... Let me see that. That's the Ascendant Magus's seal, all right.
Hey, we were here first!
This isn't the market, recruit. Back in line.
Our ships are ready, my lord. We can attack all Flag's Islet on your command. And you can control the druid magic. It will take great power to breach the keep's defenses. We cannot afford another mishap. I can, my lord. The Alliance leaders will have nowhere to hide after I tear down their walls. Go then. Begin the attack.
They know we took the Royals to all Flags? And the Magus has ships ready to attack? We can't let him get away. Try the door to the right. Careful. I don't think that letter you found will work down here. We're gonna have to fight. Magical traps. Watch your step.
Alliance, my friend. We've won.
Water ahead. Didn't Lady Arabelle mention an underground river? Look at that. An underground river. But I don't see the Magus. Let's look around.
Lady Arabelle's hounds. Did you think you could sniff around undetected? You are annoyingly persistent. Well, my fool. You are annoyingly persistent. Well, my foolish adversaries, the Ascendant Order can be persistent too. Did you really think you defeated us? Would-be emperors have brought nothing but conflict and turmoil to Tamriel. Lord Bacaro is a fool to think peace can be won with gentle words. It's time to throw down those who aspire. We will assume power and put an end to this wretched war. Strength can win the peace Lord Bacaro hopes for. Hard choices must be made. But one day, the people's... You really don't know. I suppose even the legendary skills of Lady Arabelle DeVoe were no match for the Ascendant Lord and his brilliant strategy. But come now, you've worked beside the investigator. Surely you've learned something not even close.
I am Count de Mar Dufort, and you are too late to stop me. If only Lady Arabelle were here to see this. Ah, but she is. My knight. I wish we could chat longer, but the tide waits for no one. Do give Lady Arabelle my regards.
It's gone, damn it! Come on, we gotta find Lady Arabelle.
Oh, please. Only 8 of you? I expected more of a fight.
That's Lady Arabelle. We're close.
Here you are, dears. Why'd you con? You look positively panicked. I met the Ascendant Magus here. He was smug and annoying and deathly.
Never mind. Friends, tell Lady Arabelle what we found out.
I met the Ascendant Magus here. He was smug and annoying and definitely a noble, but his helm disguised his voice. I thought I was fine when he only left 4 knights to guard me, but then 2 more arrived. If you hadn't drawn them away... Demar Dufort. There was something familiar about that voice, but I couldn't place it. When he captured me, I no doubt became the perfect distraction to use against you. Sorry about that, dear. Where I just sent the delegates? Damn it! Very well. We're close to the Navir docks. If Count Demard is launching a naval attack, he'll want the Silver Swan, assuming she's seaworthy. If we hurry, we might catch him before he sets sail. I'm very observant, dear. Duchess Alea's new flagship is the largest vessel ever constructed by the Dufort shipyards. The Duchess planned to inspect her today. Let's meet at the Navir docks, dears. They're just south of the castle.
Another find for your pack.
Stuart, have you seen Count Demard or Duchess Alea?
Count Demard? Why, no. Duchess Alea, however, is touring the Silver Swan. She does not wish to be disturbed. I think I made things perfectly clear, Mainlander. I haven't seen Count Demard all day, and Duchess Alea does not care to entertain visitors.
Just in case.
Leave. Ridiculous! You slander House de Fort at your own peril. I assure you, no one but House de Fort retain her. I see no rogue knights here or hostile ships off our shore. Enough of this nonsense. The only threat...
The steward is definitely hiding something. Look for a launch at the end of the pier to take us to the Swan. There's the Silver Swan, moored out in the bay. Hurry! If they set sail, we'll never catch her. It looks like the portholes are open. Up the ladder, dear. I'm right behind you.
Someone, please help! They locked me in my cabin!
The Duchess! Up the stairs, my dear.
My own steward turned against me. He had the audacity to lock me in my own cabin!
Speak with the Duchess, dear. I'll have a look around.
Oh, thank you. You arrived just in time. My steward locked me in my own cabin. The nerve! I thought he was surely gonna take me away, never to be... I came to inspect my new flagship. When I arrived, Steward Hersian led me to my cabin and locked the door. He said we were to set sail. That I would be kept safe until the Ascendant Order finished their work. I have no idea what he was talking about. My brother is the Ascendant Magus? I assure you I had no idea. I have nothing to do with those rogue knights. They are dangerous rebels and outlaws. Well, no. I saw Demard earlier, but when he learned the Swan wasn't ready to sail, he said he made other arrangements. He spoke with Steward Hersian, gave him a letter, and departed.
Search the cabin, dear. Find that letter. You found Demard's letter? What does it say? I see you found the letter. Don't keep me in suspense, dear. Tell me what it says. Let me see. A contingency plan, eh? The Ascended Order expected the Alliance leaders to drown in the shipwreck, but it seems they were prepared to launch a direct... We must warn Lord Bacaro of the danger. If we can't trust House Dufort's knights, we'll need whatever troops House Valoris and the Society...
I am simply mortified. My brother and my steward. Traitors! I must return to my castle and barricade the gates.
Steadfast don't have many warriors. We're a humanitarian group. It may take some time, but I'll rally what I can.
Then I'll find the time you need. While you gather your forces, I'll do what I can to delay the attack.
The Ascended Order will expect us to reinforce All Flags Island.
I'll think of something. I always do. Count Demard, or should I call him the Magus, he thinks I'm dead beneath Castle Nevere, that Duchess Alea is locked aboard the Silver Swan, and that his victory is assured. But thanks to you, he's wrong about everything. We're not finished yet, dear. Let's just say I have faith. Look what we accomplished. We know who wears the helm of the Ascended Magus, and we learn the Order is moving against all flags. We have a chance to stop Count Demard yet. We determined that Count Demard is it. This isn't over yet, my friend.
На этом сегодня все. Всем пока.